Hello everyone, you are welcome to Anchor Network where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. The National President of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Professor Biodun Ogunyemi, says Nigerians would soon begin to pelt senators with stones for being insensitive to their plight, as demonstrated by their plan to acquire exotic cars despite the harsh economic situation in the country. Ogunyemi stated this on Monday in an interview with journalists at the end of ASU's National Executive Council meeting at the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. Ogunyemi, who accused the lawmakers of making anti-people politics, said it would not be long before the Nigerian masses begin to attack lawmakers. The professor said they move about in armored cars at a time when those who suffered in the rain and sun put them in office are languishing in abject poverty. They are insensitive to the point that they are telling us that they want to buy what they call exotic cars. It is provocative, and by the time Nigerians become fully conscious, they will be stoned. A time will come that the rich would not be able to sleep when the poor are hungry, and that is what the Nigerian ruling class is not recognizing. So what the ASO man is saying, the president, what he's saying is not a new thing, it's not out of place. It has started already. We all witnessed what happened in Germany about Ike Ikweremadu, but I'm sure he never thought such would happen. They always believe that Nigerians don't have that liver, they don't have that power or courage to do that, because they are always going with police escorts, always going with soldiers that we always want to defend them against any form of attack. One thing is that if you are really doing the bidding of the people, if you are a friend to the people, of course you shouldn't be afraid. You should just move freely among your people. They are your people that you are representing. So what are you afraid of? If really you have passed the right bills, on the floor of the Senate, why should you be afraid? Why would you be afraid of the people that have voted you in to represent them? Just of recent, we saw that the bill they are about to pass, from the Bajabiamila, see what they are proposing. And at this time, that a lot of things are ongoing. People are suffering. Like I always say, these guys are overfed, to the extent of vomiting. So they are overfed. So they don't even reason you. They don't even think about you. All they know is to secure themselves to get what they want at that particular time. The only time they will need you is when the election time is coming. And most of the time, they don't even really reason you that much, because they know how to go about this whole thing. If you hear what they spend, even in getting to that place, you want to serve people and you spend a whole hell of money. So when you get there, are you going to serve them, or you're going to recoup your money from what you have spent? So, but one thing we know is that one day monkey will go to market and will not come back. If they think they have all the protection of the security around them that will prevent people from getting through to them, but one day it will come to an end when they would least expect that such thing will happen. So from what he's saying, it's not really a new thing. Like, during the era of PDP, we always complain about, oh, these guys are buying too much, they are doing this and that. But now we have APC at both levels, both, the three arms of, okay, let me just say, from the presidency to from lower and upper chamber, you have them there. So what are you doing? What are they doing? What are they talking about? What change have they brought in that, oh, we're going to be doing things differently from what it used to be? But we found out that they are all the same. They all go there to take their turn, to go and cut their national cake. Nobody is ready for anything. What they are going to be passing is all this yeah bill that I always say. So let them continue with that. They want to buy exotic cars to rule people that are living in poverty, in penury, and you guys are living in affluence. So what kind of leadership are you talking about? And of course, people will start reacting and saying, their opinion. Someone says, yes, it's going to be so. That amen, heavy stoning called senatophobia xenophobia. That's what somebody is talking about here. And someone say this man is saying the truth because our politicians are now beginning to push the public to the war. These people don't really care about the public again. It is rather a call for national disgrace before the whole world that people without certificates is heading our public offices under our many so-called learned colleagues. Very unfortunate. It's called utondophobia. Let them start to eat the fingers that feed them. Sooner or later, the fingers will soon stone them to death. What law are they making when they can't do the needful? For those who voted them, or they don't think the one vote for them brought them to power, the self-centeredness, instead of using that money for manufacturing companies where masses can work to take salaries, they want to buy cars. Can they drive 2 cars at a time? Please think twice. People are hungry. You are saying this person is talking about that if you try to build companies so that people will be employed, they would not want to do that because this quest for power and this greed, it's just all they are about. If you are employed and you are doing very well, they will not see people to go and hire to do their bidding. People will not be bowing down for them because they love power, because they want people to be at their mercy. They want people to be chanting them, to be singing their praises. That is what they want. So how do you expect somebody to make life comfortable for you? So who are they going to use when the time comes for them to do their abnormalities, to do their bidding, their negative bidding against the people? So definitely when people are in abject poverty, when people are living in penury, so they will be at the mercy of anybody that will give them a token. And those people will fall for it, and that's what we are experiencing. And that's why you see that some people will still be defending them. You see people suffering and smiling, and yet they will be defending their oppressors. They will be defending the people that are making lives not to be, they're making their lives miserable, so to speak. So if they propose bill that will benefit the masses, definitely they won't have all those privileges they are having, and that's why they just stick to that. But like some people always say, and I always tend to believe that, as if there's a kind of a kind of spell they've just blown into the air. Everybody's just like, oh, let us live it that way. Maybe that is how we are destined to live. People will be complaining that our problem in this country is bad leadership, that we don't have good leaders. We are not opportune to have a good leaders, and these are the things that are really affecting us as a people. But a time will come that they will start to fight themselves. It's going to start from there. They are going to start fighting themselves. Those people that you call senators, that are supposed to be representing the masses from their different constituency, what do? They don't have your time. Like I always say, they are overfed. Somebody who is overfed, how can he reason and think about other people? No, it's not going to be possible. Someone say, thank you, Mr. Professor. I like your speech and I support you because youth are collecting salary in other country. This is the only decision that can save Nigerians from mischievous action of our National Assembly's members. What about the lecturers who harass students, lose university subventions, and turn our unemployable graduates? Sure, they need to be stoned. And someone say, a good professor always on point. I can't wait for such a time. You are on point, the professor. The lawmakers and presidency are, behaving foolishly. What you said must surely come to pass. They pay themselves high salaries and all kinds of allowances to the detriment of the masses. Just 30K, other things can better the lives of the poor and middle class. These people can't approve and let it work. What an evil country, and the entire useless Africa in general. Time is coming that these people would not see road to pass when the poor masses put their weapons in place. It's not far from now. Soon they will know where to go. Even though let them travel abroad, that will be worse. They will be stoned. Very brave comment by Professor. You will live longer and of good health. How I wish you read my comments. Masses are dying in abject poverty. All government officials need to be stoned. They are all armed robbers. They are all armed robbers. This is long overdue. Things would not be this bad or get this bad. They really need to be stoned. You know, people are really hungry, and that is the situation on ground. But the unfortunate thing is that even we as a people, we are not even united, because we are just divided along many things, until when we come together and, you know, see that we have a common goal, we are suffering the same thing. That is when we will be able to achieve all of these things. Like some of the people that are commenting here, unfortunately, you will hear some other people be saying something different, that the professor is not saying, that he doesn't know what he's talking about. And that is why these guys, these politicians, are really riding over us. They are using that as an advantage, because we are divided already. We are more than them, but we are just divided. So guys, I would like to hear from you what you think about what this professor said. Just like I said, it has started happening, but for it to start happening in Nigeria, that is what he's talking about. Leave your comments below in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.